What's up, guys? It's your most loved Kaiju Power Scaler here, King of Godzilla, and today we're back with another video, and in today's video, is my first 2v2 video I've done in quite some time. I think the last time, that I did a 2v2, it was Godzilla and Kong versus Ghidorah Mechagodzilla, about like a year or so ago. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but anyways, the reason I haven't been posting as much as I have been, school is starting back up for me this week on Friday, so I've been, preparing, getting all the materials I need, the supplies, computer charge, all of like the basic necessities that you need for school. So once my school starts back up, my upload schedule won't change too much, but I'll definitely not be uploading as fast, or maybe I will be. Maybe I'll just try and upload more, but I mean, we'll find out when that time comes. But I'm here with one of my friends. Bruce, say hi. Bruce, say hi.
Hello there.
Yeah, but Bruce, why don't you tell him what the 2v2 is today?
Alright. It's Aftershock Godzilla and G2K versus pretty sure Muto Prime and Orga. Is it Muto Prime?
No, it's Aftershock Godzilla, Female Muto versus Orga and G2K.
Oh. Alright. Which female Muto? Like the 2014 one?
24, yeah, there's only 2014 Female Muto. Alright, so do you want me to start off with like the scaling and all that, or do you want to just talk about them if you want?
You can start it, I guess. You can start it.
Alright, so basically for one of these fights, I've already made a video about that separately, Orga versus Female Muto. Now, you can go watch it if you want after this, or you can watch it right now before you watch this, but basically the summary is that I have Orga winning just due to scaling to a stronger Godzilla than the Female Muto did, as G14 was, weakened, as he just awoke, was tired, sleepy, and all that, as you can clearly see like during the fights. What's it called? The Orga also wins just for a number of reasons. There's like one of Orga's hacks, aka like being able to absorb the opponent's DNA and like become like part of them. Well, not a part of them, but taking their DNA and add it to himself, which is kind of what was shown at the end of the movie when Orga starts absorbing Godzilla's DNA, starts growing out Godzilla's dorsal plates and all that.
Side note, he also reviews movies. If you get that reference, you know.
Wait, say it again.
He also does movie reviews.
Oh yeah.
Get it? You get it.
And then, so yeah, basically that's the gist of why Orga wins. But for for Aftershock Godzilla and G2K, this is a topic I haven't done at all before. So I'll go ahead and get into the scaling. So basically, Aftershock Godzilla was confirmed stronger than Muto Prime, but even without the direct statement, even in the comic, he already beats Muto Prime in a one-on-one fight after getting amped up for a little bit, and then loses to an amped up Muto Prime. Muto Prime is stated to be capable of manipulating tectonic plates, being able to create new fault lines. Fought Godzilla with the same power/force of destroying the fault lines. She can manipulate the fault lines, she can destabilize them, and she can recreate any earthquake ever recorded. Muto Prime can also rip apart the Earth's mantle/crust, which is calculated to be around multi-continental level. And using a kinetic energy calculator, this gets 2.5 exatons, so it's still multi-continental. This is also the strongest Muto Prime in the Monsterverse, as well as Godzilla should be able to generate between 7 exatons to even 3 zetatons if you were to apply the Hollow Earth calcs, as a full power G14 should at least scale and possibly above the Hollow Earth feat as performed by G21. Godzilla can consistently get moon level stuff and even small planet of using as I stated before, the Hollow Earth calcs. But you can even get planet to even large planet stuff off the statements of Godzilla's breath being the strongest thing in the universe. So it should at least bare minimum be large planet. And if you want to highball it, solar system. Godzilla, and moving on to Godzilla 2000. Basically, Godzilla 2000 is stated to be stronger than every previous Godzilla, just as Final Wars is stated to. But the thing with these statements... Yeah, go ahead.
So like G2K was also, like you just said, stated above Godzilla. His beam, I'm pretty sure his beam is also stated to be above Heisei Godzilla's, if I'm correct.
That's what I was just getting into.
If you count the black hole thing, oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. But
No,
yeah,
because the black hole made Space G durable, which then got the lead damages. So yeah, he would scale to that.
Yeah. And Orga, scales himself off with GTK. Literally beat that man to the end of his life. In fact, I'm pretty sure if Orga wasn't stupid and tried to eat Godzilla, I wouldn't say he would have won, but he definitely would have did a lot more damage than what he did.
Yeah, definitely. And then the thing with Orga's regeneration, it's crazy. He had his shoulder blown off, and he just regenerated that thing in seconds.
Also, isn't Orga literally created from the mix of the aliens and G2K?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Because they stole his cells, and that's why he can regenerate as quickly as he did.
Yeah. So basically, the thing with Godzilla 2000, right? As you stated before, his breath is stated to be stronger than every Heisei's breath and all that. He's stated to be stronger than every previous Godzilla. But here's the thing about these wild statements, right? And I'm gonna get into a video on this when I debunk Final Wars Godzilla. But basically, feats are above statements. And why, you may ask? Well, let's put it like this, right? If I state, right, that I'm stronger than opponent B, and I'm opponent A, but opponent B shows more impressive, they've done more impressive things to provide that. So, let's say, as I said, I'm stronger than opponent B, right? But their best feat, let's say, right, was breaking a wall, right? Now, if I can't do that, right, then the statement is obviously invalid, right, as you don't scale to it. Now, the reason why Heisei statements of being the reason why Heisei statements of being above Showa are accurate, his scales are far more consistent in feats than Showa's. Showa's feats usually get around solar system to, I think maybe around galaxy and stuff like that. But I think it's mostly solar.
If you quote unquote use statements, then Shin Godzilla would be the strongest Godzilla.
Yeah, because there's a statement of Shin being called the strongest Godzilla. So, do you guys really want to go that far and say Shin's stronger than Final Wars, Heisei, Showa, all them? When the man's getting hurt by bombs? Exactly. Then, either you're stupid
he got stopped by humans.
Exactly. That's the thing about statements. And then another statement, it has Zilla over Heisei Godzilla. Are you really gonna say that Zilla is stronger than Heisei? And then, okay, so, and then another feat supporting that, right? So Zilla's stated to be stronger than Heisei, right?
Yeah.
But then he dies to missiles. What does Heisei do?
And as you see,
tanks a black hole with just one singular cell. So you guys, so you guys tell me what's more impressive, right? Dying to missiles when you're stated to be stronger than somebody who tanks a black hole, or the guy who tanked the black hole, right? Yeah, like I was saying, of course you're gonna choose the guy who survived a black hole over a guy who died to missiles. And this,
also, if you this is say the missiles were stronger than the black hole. Just no.
Okay, well then prove it. They're missiles generated by humans versus a black hole that eats stars for breakfast. How does a missile compare? Exactly, it doesn't.
Just stop talking at that point.
Exactly. There's not. Same thing applies to Final Wars, right? But I'm not gonna talk about Final Wars debunk check, because that's a separate video that I'm gonna try.
That's for another video. It's for another time.
Yeah, that's for another video. But yeah, so getting that out of the way. Now, let's talk about where G2K actually scales. So G2K's most impressive feats were blowing up the UFO and being able to fight against Orga. So, what does it scale to? Well, Godzilla 2000, he consistently gets Island Plus to Multi-Continental from blowing up the UFO, and Orga tanking the damage, and then him being able to injure Orga, who survived the same thing. And if you want to, you can get Moon level, because I've heard two sides of the fact that he one-shots the UFO, but two-shots it. So, if you go for one shot, it's Moon. If you go for two shot, it's Multi-Con. Same scaling applies to Orga, which I talk about in the other video. But for the female Muto, I'm not gonna really go into the whole scaling because it just basically scales to a weaker Godzilla. It scales to a weaker Godzilla, but it is stated that the female Muto could survive 2 full-powered atomic breaths. So, if you use just the standard calcs, it would be multi-con, and if you use the Hollow Earth calcs, it's anywhere from moon to small planetary. If you're only go that far. But there are some new stuff for both 54 and all the other Godzillas that are connected to 54. So a friend of mine, King of the Monsters, calced the Oxygen Destroyer, right? The Oxygen Destroyer in 54, right? It had a calculation of multi-con. He takes that output of energy, right? And then he multiplies that by the amount of time it takes to kill 54. You want to know how much? You want to know where the scale gets him?
Where does it get?
Small planet. Every Godzilla that scales to 54 is small planet, or just connected to small planet. G2K.
Yeah.
Exactly. So G2K is small planet. Now you can get planetary stuff as well. Just like you can get Monsterverse planetary. Same thing goes for G2K. Consistent now with the small planet calc, there is a direct statement that Godzilla 1954 could destroy Earth if he wanted to. So, as I said, Godzilla 2000, just like Monsterverse Godzilla, can also reach planetary. So, but who has the more clear edge in this fight? Well, I think I might have to give it Aftershock. You know, with his statements, there's a lot more statements backing up planetary, like how the Titans could destroy the planet, Shimu froze the planet, and like a bunch of other Shimu stuff. Also the fact that Ghidorah. Yeah, I mean, the Titans just by, like, being awoken by Ghidorah were destroying the surface of the planet in just a day. So, planetary isn't, you know, out of the reach. Then you have the fact that Godzilla's out here just drilling to the Hollow Earth. Then you have the fact that his thing being the most powerful thing in nature, like, that'd make it, like, more powerful than stars. Like, if you want to wank, that's just, like, immediately solar system, because, like, black holes and all that, so. But the more consistent is planetary large.
Yeah, is it also Muto Prime which Godzilla scales off of? Like able to destroy how we move the Earth's, what do they call it again?
Tectonic plates. Yeah.
So like that's also a factor to consider.
Exactly. Now, so we justified the fact that Monsterverse, like, they take a more clear edge in scaling, so. How will this fight really turn out? Well, as I said, in Orga and Muto, right? Orga wins that fight. Now, for the two Godzillas, we already say that Monsterverse has a bigger edge in scaling, but what about their hacks, right? Well, what hacks does Monsterverse have? Well, stated in the GBK intro to have energy absorption. To be honest, I kind of forgot the rest of the hacks. Oh yeah, he has Duraneg. Being able to kill, what's it called? I forgot the Titan that appeared in Godzilla Awakening, but basically that Titan was able to survive.
What is it? I forgot what it's.
Not Shimu.
Shinomura.
Yeah.
Shinomura.
Yeah, Shinomura. Basically, Shinomura can survive on just a singular cell alone. Godzilla being able to disintegrate would also give subatomic destruction and Duraneg. G2K's hacks, I'm not really aware. I don't really think he has more abilities. He doesn't really have any hacks that I'm aware of, but Monsterverse definitely takes the edge in hacks, especially with energy absorption. That's a really big one. So the question is, in a 2v1, can Monsterverse win? Yeah, I think so. Yes, Orga has the Orga DNA, but with Duraneg and subatomic destruction, kind of claps Orga, and then you get to the big guns, right? Outscales and out-axes G2K, and then has some pretty good regeneration as well. You can make a case for G2K and Orga, of course, but I prefer to lean onto the side of the Monsterverse Titans. What do you think, Bruce?
My bad. What'd you say?
Oh, good. I basically said that I give the win to Monsterverse due to like outscaling and having even better hacks than G2K. What's your thought?
mid to high diff? I'd say Monsterverse.
I'd say probably high to
like
extreme diff, just because of Orga's DNA absorption. That's going to be a really tough thing to happen. Now, the one thing that if G2K and Orga were really smart, something that'd be really cool to see was in a 2v2 fight, right? G2K just remember, he's like, wait, Orga can absorb DNA. Orga, bite into me and absorb my DNA. Become as strong as me. Boom. You got basically have 2 Godzillas on the field. And one with energy absorption. Then it absorbs the other Godzilla. Boom. Like, if they were smart, they could do that and probably win. But I don't think they're smart enough. Monsterverse has the IQ, the knowledge, the speed, power.
Monsterverse is probably the smartest one out of all.
Exactly. Female Muto can kind of just be like the distraction. Now, I'm not saying Female Muto is weak in this fight. Definitely a big asset. But since they'll be taking on each other individually for now, Female Muto can at least deal some good damage to Orga, right? And Female Muto also has some good regeneration too. But I think I give the Monster Sex to this fight.
Monsterverse would win.
But yeah, I think I'll try and get another video out in maybe tomorrow or maybe in 2 days. Depends on how I'm feeling about upload. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Expect that to see him for another 2 years, you guys.
Hey, at least I'm not King Trozo.
Okay. Yeah, it was fun doing this. Really enjoyed doing this. Make sure you guys subscribe.
And then I'm gonna link Bruce's channel down in the description below, so definitely go subscribe to him as well. Bruce, before I end off the video, got anything else to say?
Just know I'm very biased to Orga, so Orga stands caught Monsterverse.
Alrighty, I will be sure to beat you up for that. Be prepared for the next video. I'll see you guys later.
Alright.